Sorry about that. Okay, 636,09, that was the answer there. For the next one, it was a bit more complicated, but quite similar to yesterday's example that we did. So they said that this person, I can't remember now, pays a 20% deposit and then takes out a loan for the rest. So that is why I calculated 80% of 120,000 because the deposit was 20%. But guys, like I said yesterday, you could have done it in a separate calculation. You could have said deposit is equal to 120,000 times 20 over 100, and then the difference they could have just subtracted. This is for 4 years, so the monthly payment there is 2481.17. Then they ask for the balance on the loan after 18 months, guys. So not 18 years, 18 months. As so for 8 of the monthly payment, the 96,000 is the present value. All right, so the balance on loan, guys, just the formula that I taught you guys yesterday. So it is the normal compound interest formula that we do, and this 96,000, guys, is that answer there. Okay, 120,000 times 8%, that is 96,000. So you put that in normal, A equals P, bracket 1 plus I to the power of N infinite. Minus, now you need to use your answer that you got in the first question. So guys, if this is wrong, they'll see A, obviously. Next question. Okay, and then here, you just remember, even though it's a loan for the balance on loan, you need to use the value formula for that section that you are subtracting. Okay, so on a loan, when you're calculating the actual value of the loan, so the present value or the payment, you use the present value formula. Balance on loan is always compound interest minus future value. Okay, so please remember that. If you use the wrong formula, obviously you'll get it wrong. Are we fine with this one, guys? Any questions? Okay, I'll move it up now. All right, you guys can, if you really make the next meeting calculate to that with N. That is the next meeting. Yeah, let's just come up with this formula. So if they ask you to, you would have to I'll see again what I wrote in my notes with this. So let's just concentrate on this word before we talk about this. Okay, 4.3 there. That was the answer from the last that one. Okay, what did I do? Calculating the value of two, calculating the value of n. Guys, you might have actually gotten a question like this in your exam. And in that case, it would have been like problem solving. Okay, we're just going to do an example. Alright, can I copy this now? Please don't go away. See you guys later. Thank you, just go. I might have to. No, just like, no, you probably have the art track, but they have asked which subject multiple times. Was it art? That's all. Yeah, that's right. Well, I mean, I'm gonna record whatever we do, I guess. Yeah. I don't know about the other subject, but we are gonna finish. It's just we're not gonna be able to be able to. Yeah. I'm usually go with what a great mind. It's like we are over money. But I would have actually learned been with camera. What? Nobody likes I think that's great. I'm actually learning. That's fine. We're trying to find a very nice one. That's fun. Yeah, how big? What is 50? I would say there's probably no. Yeah, well, that's what the sound. On finance, so it's only like good black. This is what you do.
No, sure. It's like actual good coach. I'll get it. It's like I know the value, but I'm not know what. It's just
All right, guys, you can actually try do this one on your own. Let's see if you can manage that. I'm sure you can. I believe in you. There we go. If we're talking about a loan, what formula is that? Present value. They are telling you what the loan value is, 60,000. That is your P value. They are saying that you are making monthly installments of 4,200 Rand. That is X, right? So this 60,000 Rand is your present value. The monthly installment amount is X. Now, guys, again, start 1 month after the loan was drawn. I think when you read that, maybe at first glance, it might seem like, oh, what does that mean? That's just a normal loan, right? When you get the money, you pay your first installment at the end of the month. That's what they're saying. Okay, so that's nothing funny. It's just a normal loan. The interest rate on the loan is 11% per annum compounded monthly, so that is our I value. And they asking us to calculate how many monthly payments it will take to repay the loan. So they are asking us for M, guys. Remember, M is the number of payments. Yes. It could be, it will do it as of course, we'll do that stuff. It's just the formula changes slightly. Yeah, there is an example in the book where you actually have to change the interest rate. So the interest rate was quarterly, but the payments were monthly, so you have to convert that. Yeah, exact interest rate formula. But no, we will do more. They'll probably split it up into separate sections. Something like that is in fine. For this. Something like that. So look, that's a process of I haven't actually lost one either. I'm not super clued up on the types of questions that they ask, but we'll spend a day or two at the end just doing those questions. Oh, there was one.
Yeah.
Mm,
It was.
okay, I'll take a look. I'll see what I can find. The interest rate. Not necessary. I'll tell you now. Okay, let me also just quickly do the calculation. No, it's good. Yeah, it is good, please. All right, guys, step by step, I'm just showing you quickly. For this, I would show some more calculations. So firstly, are we fine with subbing into the formula here? Our X value is given, there's our interest rate. We're solving for N, remember guys, negative N. Okay, if you forget that negative N, you're going to get a negative answer in the end, which should obviously tell you that you've done something wrong. Over I, and that is equal to the present value. First thing, you're going to multiply the 60,000 by that interest rate. Okay, next up, what am I going to do? Remember, I'm solving for N. Divide by 4,200. So that is going to give me this whole bracket, actually I don't need the bracket anymore. So that whole thing is going to be equal to, you can write it as a fraction or you can write it as a decimal number. It's up to you. As a fraction, it's 11 over 84. Next, minus 1, hey? Minus 1, yeah, because it's a 1 there. So when you minus 1, you're going to be left with this whole thing, which is now a negative fraction. And I'm lazy, I don't want to rewrite all of it. And then you minus 1 from that, and you get negative 73 over 84. So we notice that we have a negative on both sides. So we can cancel the negatives out. But guys, on your calculator, right, you're obviously working with that. You can retype 73 over 84 if you want to. Or how can you just get rid of this minus on your calculator? Times by -1, yeah, or divide by -1. I'm just saying that because in my next calculation, I'm going to have to, if I want to use my answer button, the answer is negative here. So on the calculator, you either going to times by -1 or divide by -1, just to get rid of that minus. Okay? Now, guys, from this step, that is our exponent. Do you remember how we solve for an exponent normally in an exponential equation? We usually try and make the bases the same, right? But now, can we do that here? Probably not. I wouldn't try. Okay, so now we're going to use logs to solve for anything. So remember that. Have an exponential equation that you can't solve in the easy, the like normal way that we did in I think grade 9 for the first time. Then we're going to use logs. So we say that the exponent, right, becomes the subject. That's the purpose of logs, to solve for our exponent. Then we put our log. The base of the exponent, so this whole bracket, is going to become the base of the log. Okay, so you can leave it in a bracket like that. You can round it off, or not round it off, you can work it out if you want to, but I will just write it like that. And then the other number is just going to go after your log. Now, guys, we are expecting for this to be negative, right? Because it's negative n. So we're supposed to be getting a negative answer from this so that we can again cancel out our negatives. So I'm going to type in log and I'm doing my 1 plus 11 over 1200 and then 73 over 84 or the answer button. And we are getting negative 15, 381, blah, blah, blah. Now, guys, when it comes to this, we are still going to do, we'll do that on Thursday, or Friday, sorry, I think we'll do it on Friday. When you have a final payment on a loan that's actually smaller, less money than all the other payments that you made. So what this means, we can cancel out those minuses, right? Are you fine with that? Negative n is negative 15,38. This means that you are going to have 15 full payments. Uh, 4,200 rand, and this is a bit more than what you would normally write in a test exam, but just since it's the first example, it's like the full answer, and then you're going to have a final payment that is actually going to be less than 4,200 rand. So technically 16 payments. All right, so in brackets, you can just put there, you're going to have 16 payments, but just in terms of the details, because we are going to discuss it on Friday, it will be 15 full payments, and then the final payment will be less than the 4 months. So just quickly, what you will do for that is you're going to have to find the balance on the loan after you've made the 15 payments, and then add 1 month's interest to that balance to get the final payment. But we'll do a note on it and we draw it. Okay, so that is what it means. They're asking you to solve for n. So they're asking you to solve for n, and you're getting a decimal here. That means that you're going to have a final payment that's actually less than the full payment. And it does happen in real life. It happened with my car. It's quite happy with that. My monthly payment was 2,000 and my final payment was like 700. So 100 Okay, so we will do that on Friday. Then for Friday, guys, I'm going to give you one or two more questions to practice. Obviously, you're not going to worry about that now, but tomorrow, please, you're going to have to look at these. I'm going to give you a few more complicated future and present value questions. Not a lot, just, we need to try and look at ones that are a little bit more complicated. Okay, so it is exercise 4.3 again. Now the exercise is on page 97, but the question that you're going to do is on page 98. So it's number 7. Okay, exercise 4.5. Guys, sorry, that is from different exercises. It's just every exercise tests a specific thing, so that's why I'm choosing one from each. Okay, so it's one future value, one present value, and one historical X. Guys, the middle one has like A or something, and they are some questions that we haven't done, but you should be able to figure it out. So just see, they're asking, for example, how much interest did you pay in the first day? So you're finding like the balance on the loan after 8 years. Then they're asking how much interest did you pay. Okay, so see if you can think of a way to solve that. Right? It is a bit of an intuitive thing, but we will chat about it on Friday. I'll move on this. Okay, so for the next half hour, you can either work on that or you can do some more studying for the test. So there was a question now in terms of grade 11 probability. Let me just see what we wrote down.